Hey, what's up guys, this is GamingStrategyTV on YouTube, and this is Halo 4 Mission 2 Requiem Part 1. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is going to be a legendary solo walkthrough.
Where are we?
Checking coordinate impact data.
We have asked you to give up your family, your childhood, your future.
Cortana,
I'm sorry. It's the crash. I'm fine.
something was wrong even before we left the Dawn.
Chief? Really? I'm fine.
Cortana,
I was put into service 8 years ago.
8 years.
AIs deteriorate after 7, Chief.
Halsey,
Chief.
we need to find Halsey.
Chief, please.
She made you. She can fix you.
I won't recover from rampancy, Chief.
If we can just get back to Earth and find Halsey, she can fix this.
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep. We need to move. Doesn't look like the Covenant fared much better than we did.
How many ships made it through the roof?
Plenty. Why?
We still need a ride home.
So this is going to be a pretty long video. I was looking around for some interesting things to show you guys, and one of the things I found was these data logs that I hadn't found previously. Another thing that you may want to take note is there's this very useful weapon cache up here. So I was poking around a little, you know, and just happened to come across this weapon cache with a useful sniper rifle that you're going to need later. Well, you don't necessarily need it, but it helps. You got some battle rifles up here as well. One thing that they took from Reach is the fact that you can get fall damage now. So keep that in mind. Don't jump from really high places unless you really have to. One of the ways to of getting around jumping from high places is I discovered this in Halo 1.
Still got some power in it.
When you fall from a high place and you crouch at the right time, right as you're hitting the ground, you can actually reduce your fall damage significantly. So there are two. Yes, I believe there are two data logs that are by the Covenant. I found one by the Human, which you saw in the wrecked ship, and there are these two.
What is that? Chief, see if that terminal is still active. I'm picking up a faint transmission on the high band.
Covenant?
I don't think so. The pattern's different. I'll try to triangulate its position.
So you got some beautiful Forerunner architecture going around here. really good thing that it's really spectacular. It's really great job that 343 did. They really put their heart into this game, and hopefully Halo 5 will just be as stunning. If it could be any better than this, then I'll be very impressed.
Warthogs.
Regardless, I'm gonna buy Halo 5 anyway.
Nice to see your luck is holding out.
So over here, you're gonna grab a non-damaged Warthog. So it's nice to have a vehicle that looks intact
Chief,
instead of missing a wheel.
about my condition, I didn't
cracked
want to mention
windshield.
it, seeing as how it's
So,
a complete
one
long
of the things
shot,
that you
but
have
since
to,
brought it up, it
do
is
pretty well
possible that
in this
getting
game
home
is
could help me find
drive,
a solution for my
because
random-
driving is much more difficult in this game than
Well, as far
than
as I
the
know,
original
I'm the
Halo
only
1 and
AI
Halo
ever
2.
generated from living tissue.
Those
A
games
clone
was
of Dr. Halsey,
really easy
Jesus
to drive.
Christ.
In Halo
May
3,
be
it kind of got a
possible
little
to
more
recompile
difficult,
my
and
neural
then
net by replicating those same
because you know,
conditions.
bumping into
That means getting
little
back to Halsey.
cracks and
soon.
bumps now have a significant impact in when you're driving, because now you can just flip over and you'll totally mess up the landing. So over here, I actually stuck the landing. Not to say I did a pretty good job.
Chief, I'm hearing that strange signal again. Stronger this time.
Do you think there's something to it?
I'm curious more than anything. Its
So this is
behavior
a legendary
odd.
mode, so one thing you want to do is conserve your ammo.
Hostiles!
Because ammo is very, very important to maintain. So you want to get as many headshots in as you can. Don't go for body shots. That's not going to help. And if you got a vehicle, like the Warthog, use the chain gun. It's there for a reason. So one of the things you can do to conserve some ammo is whenever you rush a jackal, whatever you do, don't spray into its shield. What you want to do is, it's holding an energy shield and its left arm is across its body, and you shoot its left hand, it'll flinch, and it'll give you a great opening to shoot its head. So that's one way to conserve some ammo and take out your enemies quickly. Now one of the things you want to do whenever you come across a group of enemies, take out the enemies that have the most powerful weapons. For instance, you have grunts with needlers. Those are extremely dangerous. So are grunts with fuel rod cannons. They are the most dangerous grunt on the grunt dangerous list. One thing I never understood is why do grunts have fuel rod cannons? Ever since Halo Reach, well, ever since more like Halo 2, grunts started to have fuel rod cannons. I'm wondering, why exactly do grunts have fuel rod cannons? That's one of the most powerful permanent weapons, and you're giving it to a grunt that can hardly aim. Granted, grunts are extremely annoying when they have fuel rod cannons. So one of the things you want to do whenever you come across any enemy with a fuel rod cannon is don't jump. Because later on in this video you'll see me jump for like half a second and then I get my head blown off because I was jumping. So as you're seeing here, I'm taking out all the important enemies. Take out the turret, take out the jackals, take out the fuel rod cannon gun, and take out the elite. So one of the things I wanted to address is, if you haven't played the Halo games before, then you may not know about the classes of enemy. You have the grunts, and you can tell which grunts are more dangerous from the way they look and the weapons they hold. But the elites are more of the concern. You have elite miners, which wear blue armor, and they have the lowest amount of health, and as miner indicates, they are the weakest. Then you have spec op elites. They are a little more dangerous. They have jetpacks, and they can just fly around, and they come with covenant carbines, and which I'm holding right now, and they come with storm rifles, the new plasma rifle, which in my opinion is not that good. I think this is one of the craziest moments when you round this corner. I had needlers and plasma pistol and a fuel rod cannon round flying at me at the same time. I threw a grenade in and it blew up in midair. So back to the terms of elite. You have elite spec ops, which I was talking about, how they have jetpacks and the weapons. The next rank would be elite commanders. They wear a reddish maroon armor. They have a lot of shields. I think if you don't hit them in the head, it could take up to maybe 3 sniper shots, headshots, 2 sniper shots. And then after them would be elite warriors. They're the ones in the gold armor. They have a super amount of armor and shields. They can take up to something like 3 fuel rod cannon rounds, which is a lot. They could also take up to 3 sniper rifle shots as well. And I think at this point I kind of get hit by a fuel rod cannon round. You're about to see why jumping is a bad idea when there's an enemy with a fuel rod cannon. If I had just ducked or crouched, that would have totally missed. But instinct was for me to jump. Not a good idea. So I kind of just sprayed and prayed, which is really what you don't want to do. Like I was saying before, to conserve ammo, but I clearly didn't do that. Taking out some of my frustration on these elites and grunts. So one of the things you want to remember is whenever you encounter a gold elite, which is what I call the warrior elites, so gold elites, just it's easier to say than elite warrior. You have to just kind of stay out of sight, so they can't get a lot of shots on you. Otherwise, you'll die really quickly. And you want to drop their shields either with a plasma pistol or with some power weapon. Now, in terms of the fuel rod cannon, if you haven't noticed this yet, but when you shoot it at a certain range, as soon as it comes out, the fuel rod cannon, it comes out fairly fast. But at a certain point, you'll see the plasma round kind of expand, and that's when it starts to lose its velocity and kind of has some drop to it. So what you want to do is kind of take into account the drop and the decrease of velocity of the fuel rod cannon's round. one of the great things about the plasma pistol is, as you just saw me do, and if you haven't played Halo before, is that it can drop in enemies' shields, like a Jackal's or any elite shields, just by overcharging the pistol. You hold down the trigger button and that'll overcharge your pistol. Make sure you're holding it down, otherwise it'll just shoot it off before it's ready. So whenever you have an overcharged plasma pistol, remember that you're decreasing the battery charge as you're holding it down. So once you take down an enemy's shields with a plasma pistol, it's really easy to get a headshot or, you know, take out the enemy as quickly as possible. As you've noticed, grenades are extremely important in Halo, and they make one of the key components in Halo. And the plasma grenade, that is extremely useful grenade. Unfortunately, I think that 343 kind of decreased the grenade's power. Both the frag grenade, the plasma grenade, and in the grenade you haven't seen yet, the pulse grenade. And I don't know why they decreased the power of them. I like them the way they were. They kind of make grenades dangerous. Over here, I'm just kind of ducking in and out because I'm not sure where that elite zealot is, because he's invisible. That's the one thing that Halo games have progressed pretty well on. Invisible elites. Because I remember in Halo 1, you would it wouldn't take much effort to find an invisible elite, because it was not a great amount of pixelation. As you saw there, I was just
That elite dropped
kind
his
of guessing where
Let's have a
the
look.
elite was. I guessed right. So, back to
I'll run a
Halo
soft
1,
patch to it from the
when
sink. Never know what might come in
invisible
handy.
elites walked into the room, you're like, really? That isn't very invisible, because the elite was invisible,
There's
but
that
the energy
phantom
sword was
thing.
still glowing. So there's a glowing sword just walking around.
I heard something that time.
But in the newer Halo games, like 3 and 4, they're much better. Well, this is the end of the video, guys.